everyone! Welcome to What's for Dinner today. Halloween is coming up. Everybody's stocking up on their pumpkins. And then after you carve out the pumpkin, you're like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Just leave it to rot? I don't think so. I think that's very wasteful. So let's use up all those pumpkins that you have. Today we're bringing you the Butternut Squash Creamy Soup. I really like this one, especially now it's fall. It's getting chilly and I don't really quite feel like cooking. So this is the perfect recipe because it's really easy to make. It will be sure to bring warmth to your home. All of these three main ingredients that we're gonna use: butternut squash, or you can use pumpkin because it's fall. It's pumpkin season, right? And then there's yellow onion. It gives you a nice kick, but also a little bit of a sweetness, and also ginger. What to not like ginger? And I also once heard from a singer friend, she said every singer's secret weapon is actually ginger. They always keep ginger in their hot water bottle. It always protects your throat, and all of these three in Chinese medicine is considered to be good for your kidney and also good for warming up your stomach. So if you're struggling with a iffy stomach, this soup would totally bring you comfort. Okay, butternut squash is freaking difficult to cut. One time I was trying to get the skin off. I actually cut my own skin off. After that, I did a lot of Googling and tried to figure out what's the best way to cut this son of a gun. And then this is by far the easiest and the safest way to cut it. You just need to cut it out like that. And then I'll grab a spoon to scoop out the seeds. Actually, you can toast these seeds. They are freaking delicious. They pair very well with any kind of alcohol or just tea, you know. If you want to see how to make toasted squash or pumpkin seeds, please comment down below and let us know. It's kind of hard to scrape it off, so it's easier to handle when it's like cut in half. Because of the curve of this, I find it's best to peel it like this. After the squash has been peeled, I like to wash it a little bit just to wash off the sap because it felt kind of sticky, and I felt like if I don't wash it off, it might taste a little bitter. And then I like to cut it into like tiny pieces so it's easier to cook down and take less time. So save you some gas or electricity. And I also find that if you slice it thinner, it's easier to cut it rather than working with the bigger chunk. Depending on how big the squash is and how much one can eat, it just really depends how many there are. I find servings estimated is kind of misleading. So just kind of make less. You can always make more, but if you make too much, then it's kind of hard to eat. You can also just make everything and give it to a neighbor or something. It's always nice to share. I'm just gonna make half today because we have a lot of leftover from, you know, just various places. The other half, I think I might just make a pastry or a dessert out of it. Maybe a pumpkin cheesecake because I make killer pumpkin cheesecake. Not just me saying it, it's actually my friends. I have a lot of friends. Up now, you probably noticed I mentioned a lot of them. They said it's great. I'm gonna trust them on that. If you want to learn, please comment down below and let me know. Let's dice the onions. I'll usually cut it in half. And if you have sensitive eyes, I suggest you put on a goggle. It's never too much to protect your eyes, or you'll be very sorry. Don't ask me how I know. Holy cow. I strongly suggest you wear a goggle if you have sensitive eyes. Holy moly! Man, this freaking onion is tough. I think either you have to invest in waterproof makeup or you just gotta buy a goggle. One or the other. You saw how it went. Same goes for the onion. If you cut it smaller, it cooks down much faster. My grandma gave me this. It's totally a lifesaver. It just up your cooking efficiency by 800% and everything comes out so perfect. I think that amount of ginger is good. Just depending on how spicy you like it to be, how much you like the ginger. You know, pumpkin is really sweet. It gives that sweetness a little balance. First we add in the olive oil, but you have to make sure though that you're using an olive oil that is suitable for cooking, like to be heated up instead of just added to the salad. Not all of the olive oil can be used for cooking. We're just waiting for the pressure cooker to heat up. My Instant Pot. It's the greatest investment of my life. You just want to fry the onions until it has softened. The edges have browned a little bit, so I'm going to put in the squash now. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to help it cook faster. Let it sweat out. Now you can add the ginger. I like to add the ginger here because I don't like the ginger to dry out too much. So it still has that tangy, fresh ginger taste. You can also add in black pepper, just depending on how much you like black pepper. It's totally personal taste. I like a lot of it. Everything has cooked down quite a bit, especially the onions are very soft now. So I'm gonna add in my secret weapon, which everybody should have this season of the year, which is apple cider. It just kind of gives it a little bit more balance to the sweetness of the pumpkin. Just add a little bit of tart. I also think the apple cider gives the soup a little bit more of a depth in flavor. I'm gonna add a little bit more water and put it on pressure to cook it. I would add just enough water to barely covering everything. That's how much water I usually add because I like it thicker. If you like it more like a liquidy consistency, then you can add more water. I'm kind of afraid of this, so I always use it looks ready, but I'm just gonna go check if the squash is soft enough. You can use the chopstick, easily just break it apart. I think this is ready. Just for better consistency, I will blend it up. So be careful, it's really darn hot. If you had a handheld blender, that would be great, but I already had this one, so I'm not gonna invest in another one because I have a tiny kitchen. My motto is not to waste any bit. Even if it's just one bite, I'm gonna get everything in. Let's blend it together. Put the lid on, plug the blender in. Just to prevent it, I'm gonna pause it for a few seconds just to break down the bigger chunk. Now I'm gonna blend it by every 8 seconds because I have a small blender. This is to ensure that I don't burn the engine. I'm gonna add some rosemary as garnish. This is optional just to make it look pretty. Also to add a little bit more of a fragrance. There you have it.